Joseph. It's not professional.
Isn't it? Sorry about that.
You're listening to the Dollop on the All Things Comedy Network. Now, this is a bi-weekly American history podcast. Each week, I user, man of coats, no hairy lip,
That's a slight.
Dave Anthony reads a story from American history to my friend
Gareth Reynolds, who has no idea what the topic will be about.
Is the mustache going to stay the whole show?
Oh, yeah. The mustache just got a residency on my lip. Jack.
It's not. Your mom doesn't like it.
She doesn't need to like it.
She used
like it.
Appropriate word.
Which is?
Rubbish. She called it rubbish.
Well, then maybe she's not going to be a guest on this show any longer.
You have rubbish lip.
No.
Yeah.
I have a beautiful mustache.
No.
Burt Reynolds.
It doesn't.
Gareth Reynolds.
All manly
The list
men.
goes on and on.
All man. Those are manly men.
Yeah, Gareth Reynolds and Burt Reynolds are manly men. Are manly men.
Up until the second one.
Hey.
On your face.
What?
It's like someone took a pretty little baby and put a big, crazy mustache on it.
I take that as an enormous compliment.
Like a baby has been dressed up for Halloween as Magnum PI.
Yeah, and that is an awesome outfit on a baby.
It's not if it's permanent. It's not if the baby thinks it's good and real.
Now I think we're getting into a whole thing about the intelligence of babies, which I don't think is where we want this argument to go.
Babies are smart.
You like it. I like it. My mother likes it. The American people like it. Let's go.
Why don't you shave?
No. It's a non-starter.
Jose.
No.
Just so there's no hair right here, and you guys can go out as like a team.
What is your what?
It's like a reverse mustache
It'll affect
for
his
a cat.
whiskers.
It's a reverse mustache for
his whiskers.
No, you can do it around the whiskers. Just
really? So I mean, you just have no clue what you're talking about.
Yeah,
it's like you've never looked at a cat.
Take the fucking cat to a groomer. The groomers know how to do a reverse
Hey,
mustache.
what's up there? I need to get my cat demustached.
It's not demustached. It's a reverse mustache.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Grow up.
Sorry. Where's the menu? Oh, did you call it the reverse?
Do you know
here?
anything about fashion?
No.
Lots of cats are doing this. A
facial
lot of cats are doing
stylings.
this.
No.
You're listening to the Dollop.
No, we did this. Just play the intro song.
I played the intro.
Yeah, there you go. Jesus God.
And called it, quote, his jam pad.
Jam pad?
I'm the fucking hippo guy.
Dave, okay.
My name's Gary.
My name's Gary. Wait, is it for fun?
And this is not going to become the Tiggly podcast.
Okay.
This is like anarchy.
On a 5-part coefficient.
My rules of play.
Now hit him with the puppy. You both present sick arguments.
No sleep till hippo.
No sleep till hippo.
Action part.
Hi, Gary.
No.
Nicely done, my friend.
Roder in the court.
Oh, what's happening?
What happened was I went to turn my phone on to turn down the sound, and then my phone turned off, and then it was like, hey, put in your passcode. And it was really a nightmare.
Oh, you okay, bud?
No, I'm not okay.
Quite a ride you went on.
I'm not okay.
Quite a ride you went on.
Go ahead. Say your little dates.
David, I will be on the road. I'll be at Laugh Boston, July 19th through the 20th. I'll be at the Denver Improv instead of August 9th through the 11th, which were the dates. I'll be there the 26th, 27th, 28th of July. So July 26th, 27th, 28th, I'll be at the Denver Improv instead of in August. Then I will be at the Fremont Abbey in Seattle, Washington, August 17th. Then recording an album, Comedy on State Street, Madison, Wisconsin, August 22nd through the 24th. 24th, I'll be recording an album, 2 shows that evening to attend.
What are you eating, Aaron?
Yeah, what's up, bud? Having some snack wells?
Protein bar. Did you not eat breakfast?
What's up? Skipped a meal?
You skipped a meal?
I'm doing intermittent fasting, so this is my...
Oh, nobody's doing that. No, are you in ketosis?
No.
Are you almost in ketosis? Are you on the path to ketosis?
He said no.
Oh.
He said no. He's not.
One of the things in ketosis is you don't know. Well, people fast now.
Oh, do they?
People fast now to hit ketosis.
Oh, right. What's ketosis?
It's a
Hit
mental state.
ketosis.
Of,
Ketosis is when your body is humming and your body is peaking, and it's using the intermittent fasting and then the nutrients you're adding and the limited diet. It's all of a sudden you're just working like you're supposed to work. You know,
it's when people are starving. They have something that kicks in that allows them to keep surviving for a little bit longer to actually find food as a
Ketosis.
mammal, and so
Ketosis.
people act like it's a good thing when it's actually a bad
Ketosis.
thing. It's like when you're dying of hypothermia, you take off your clothes. It's
that's
the
the
same
diet
sort of
I do.
thing.
I'm doing that diet.
Yeah, but you don't have
Freeze eating?
hypothermia.
You don't do freeze
I
eating?
do freeze eating.
I do freeze eating.
I do a fast and a hypothermia once a year.
I sleep in the snow,
Uh-huh.
and as soon as I'm about to die, I have a banana.
yeah.
And then I've never looked better.
Yeah,
and
no,
I've
I
never
know.
had more doctors angry at me.
Yeah. They're not except Dr. Oz. He recommends it.
And he just take chia seeds.
We, the Dollop podcast, will be on tour. We'll be in August. We'll be in Irvine, San Diego, and nope, just Irvine and San Diego.
Yeah.
In September, we'll be in San Jose, Sacramento, and
No,
Boise.
not San Jose, right?
Well, that's up in the air.
Oh.
We're trying to find a new venue.
Oh,
So
okay.
basically, the Irvine decided to close.
No, the San Jose Improv is
Jose.
closing for renovations,
Um,
which affects us doing a show there.
That's great. Thank you for booking us and then doing that. And then we'll be in October. We'll be in Madison and Milwaukee, and then we head to Europe. November, Stockholm, Oslo, Amsterdam, Glasgow, Manchester. No,
No.
pretty good. London,
What do you
Yeah.
think of his accents?
Birmingham,
Dodgy.
Yeah.
Cardiff,
It's weird. He just kind of makes his voice high and thinks that's
Dublin, and Copenhagen.
Oh my God.
I nailed
Poor
it.
People.
Nailed it. That is called the
I think it could be banned.
Worst Accents Tour.
Yeah. Yes. Dave is really going to flourish in these. other nations.
Yeah, you guys can say whatever you want. I know
They will.
I know I'm killing it.
They
with
will.
those accents.
They do.
They're,
You really
nailed.
are.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Listen, say you're a guy,
Okay.
and you had a war parade, where you had tanks and all this stuff come.
Just a guy or the president?
And while you're having your war parade, you give a speech and you say that there were indeed airports in 1776.
This is Trump.
No, this is just a guy.
No, Trump just said this.
Well, if you're that, if
Trump
that's
just
the,
said that
if
there's-
that's the kind of guy you are, and everyone's making fun of you because you don't know when airports were built or airplanes,
1780.
in general. Well, I think you should go get some therapy to talk through, and I think that Talkspace is really probably the best way to go.
To find out when airports were made.
Talkspace Online Therapy makes taking care of your mental health more affordable and convenient than ever before. Simply provide your preferences for therapy, and Talkspace will match with one of 5,000 therapists the very same day. Send your therapist unlimited text, audio, picture, or video message from anywhere, anytime. No matter what you're going through, you're not alone. You can just be like, hey, man, I said this thing about airports. It's not real.
It's cool, man. Don't sweat it too much. They weren't around then, but I'm sure you'll be okay.
Yeah, why would, I mean, I feel like some people saw it and made fun of me, but
Yeah, maybe, but that's just because it's so crazy.
yeah.
What you
it
said is
it is not great.
so insane.
It is not great.
For
It's
that
not
to
great.
be your go-to,
It's not great.
even if the prompter stopped working.
It's not great.
Anyway,
I'm mad at women soccer players.
look forward to the session tomorrow.
It's convenient. It's easy to use. You can find the right therapist. It doesn't have to be stressful. And it's affordable. 1 month of therapy on Talkspace platform costs about the same as a single face-to-face session. So Talkspace has more than 5,000 licensed therapists who are experienced in addressing the challenges we all face. To match with your perfect therapist for a fraction of the price of traditional therapy, go to Talkspace.com. Make sure to use code Dollop to get $65 off your first month and show your support for the show. That's Dollop and Talkspace.com. We are also brought to you by Shady Rays Sunglasses. Gareth, you enjoy sunglasses.
I love some sunglasses, David.
Shady Rays, independent sunglasses company, not some big, fancy.
It's not your ivory
threatening.
tower.
Yeah, it's not your ivory tower.
Shade
We're better than
business.
everybody else. Shade
Yeah.
business. We're not. They don't look
Right.
down on everybody else.
Right.
We're just a classy,
Right.
Those aren't them. The ones you're looking at.
Blue blockers. Oh, that'll go with the counselling from before.
Yeah.
You're blue.
That's
You
right.
block it out.
So Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses company, little firm. They got great shades, far less than expensive brands, which is one of your favorite things.
Yeah, no, I love the Dolces.
They got the best warranty. You break them, you lose them. Replacements,
Oh, I
no
thought
matter
that was the
the
policy.
cost,
You
no matter
break
what
'em, you
happens.
lose 'em.
Yeah, it's good. You break
Not a
them,
good
you
one.
lose them. Well, you don't do both.
That's how they normally work.
And here's the great thing about them: when you buy a pair of sunglasses, you get 10 free meals to fight hunger in America with every order. So they're helping feed people,
Right.
which is good because people shouldn't be starving, which is something we like to do in America. So these guys are trying to help.
Right.
There's just so much here. So like I said, replacements if lost or broken. What happened to your white ones? Did you break them?
The lost or broken.
The ones you had, the sunglasses that you wore for like 2 years?
Lost or broken.
They are?
Yeah.
And if you had used Shady Rays,
I would be having them back, and we wouldn't even be talking like this.
look, they'll replace them day one. Once you lose them or break them, you check out all the details on the website and the warranty and all that good stuff. Polarized, which is my thing. Mm-hmm. I like to see things greener.
Certainly on Twitter.
It's all that matters to me. So, exclusively for our listeners, they gave us the best deal they have to offer. This is a Black Friday level deal they're giving us right here. Use code Dollop for 50% off 2 or more pairs. Buy one, get one free. You can get 2 pairs for $45.
Wow.
This is the best deal that Shady Rays offers exclusively for us. Redeem only at shadyrays.com, where you can find all their newest and best shades.
Boom.
We're also brought to you by Stamps.com, which I use. I'm a big fan of Stamps.com. Basically, you go online, you sign up, and then you can do all the services you can do at the post office right there on your computer, whether you're a small office or sending invoices or an online seller shipping out products. Even a warehouse sending thousands of packages a day, Stamps.com can handle it all with ease. So, I got a scale. I weigh my thing. I print up how much the postage is. I slap it on. And then, I usually do 30 or 40 packages at a time. I put it out front. Mailman comes and picks it up.
Boom, boom, bam.
Boom, boom. You don't have to go to the post office anymore, even though I like the post office. Sheila's very nice. She's the lady I usually go to at the post office. But
getting
now
a
I don't
little
have to go to the post.
specific.
She's a good lady.
It's a little specific.
Is she from Australia?
We talk about music.
Great.
With Stamps.com, you get 5 cents off every first-class stamp and up to 40% off priority mail. So it's a no-brainer. You just got to do it. I'm telling you right now to do it. Saves time and money, and you get to have a postman come up, and you get to watch him carry packages away.
More!
So right now, our listeners get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale without any long-term commitment. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in Dollop. That's Stamps.com, enter Dollop. And Brooklinen. You like sheet? Do you sleep in sheets?
I do.
You do.
I
Sleep
do.
in sheets. Your
You
son
can talk
also.
about that in regular
I
volume.
do.
It's fine.
Your son
I do
also.
regular volume.
Your son also uses sheets when he sleeps, which is
Sure.
weird because he
Yes.
seems like the kind of guy that
Genetic.
would sleep just on a mattress with
Yes.
no sheets,
Yes,
doesn't
and
he?
a
Just because of
toga.
the mustache
Yeah.
or before the mustache?
No, the
No,
toga.
just you seem like you would sleep wrapped in a sheet like a toga.
That's fair.
That's the kind of
Yeah.
guy you are.
I wouldn't. I'm not above it.
And some holly leaves on your head.
Sure. Well, it
Holly
sounds
leaves.
biblical.
Well, look, we spend a lot of time in sheets, 8 hours a day, right? Or you should.
In the
so
South, more.
Why not? I mean, that's like a third of your life.
Yeah.
So let's do the best thing we can for ourselves and
Yeah.
get the best sheets, which is Brooklinen. Brooklinen's they have a new linen collection, which sounds very nice. Assortment of colors. They have 35,000 plus 5-star reviews, more than any other bedding company. They were founded in 2014 by a couple to get rid of the middleman, who everyone hates the middleman.
He's getting screwed.
Yeah, well, screw that guy. He's
In this new economy.
He's a monster. Look, the job is to make you more comfortable. It's 5-star hotel quality sheets for much cheaper prices.
Yeah, they're the best.
And then they got the new linen pieces that give your bedroom a chic, relaxed feel while providing you with the ultimate comfort. 12 colors in the linens. So look, we're big fans of Brooklinen. I like to sleep on mine. They're soft and comfortable. My wife's a big fan. Gareth, you mostly just have you washed them yet? How long have you had them?
You don't need to wash Brooklinen. That is a misnomer.
Not a
Oh, it isn't?
thing. No, you're thinking of solar panels.
You don't... No, those I've been washing. Those break real easily, by the way. Those wires do not take suds very well.
It's in their name, so you know it's good. Brooklinen's newest linen collection is amazing. I couldn't recommend their products more. For graduates, newlyweds, friends, or family, or treating yourself to the bedroom upgrade you deserve, Brooklinen.com is giving an exclusive offer just for our listeners. Get 10% off and free shipping when you use promo code TheDollop at Brooklinen.com. Brooklinen is so confident in their product that all of their sheets, comforters, and towels come with a lifetime warranty. The only way to get 10% off and free shipping is to use promo code TheDollop at Brooklinen.com. That's BROOKLINEN.com. Promo code TheDollop. Brooklinen, these are the best sheets ever.
Boom. There it is.
Yeah.
We're also brought to you by The Middlemen.
Good show.
The Middlemen, they're a great company. They inflate the price. They don't do much, but they make it available to you. The Middlemen, we're back.
They won't exist much longer, will they?
No, they won't, Mother. We should point out that Pam is wearing earrings given to us by a fan on an Australian tour.
Wow, really?
Little hippos or
Nice.
hedgehogs
Little
or
hippos. They're the wombats?
wombats.
I bet they're wombats.
There are wombats, I think.
Oh, no, they're those other things. What do you call them?
Earrings.
No,
Oh.
I can't remember.
Quokka?
Quokkas.
They're quackers.
Are they quokkas?
Oh, they might be quackers. Yeah, they probably
that's
are
probably
quackers.
quacker.
Yeah.
I love them. Every time I wear them, somebody says, "I love your earrings."
Yeah. And a lot of
Yeah.
times it's her to herself, but that
That's
still
fine.
counts.
It is,
Or
it
you.
is,
That's
yes,
me,
it is,
yeah.
yes.
I
Well, I
love
am my own
those.
best friend.
Yes, thank you.
I'm very complimentary about myself.
Thank you. Remember the
Oh
microphone.
yes, I forgot.
If we,
Yes.
if you want to watch this, this podcast will be up later in the week on the All Things Comedy YouTube page, so you can see how pretty we all are.
Yeah, you can also see Trash Tunes there, which we'll be shooting more of, which is a
Yep,
thing where
more.
we watch old-timey cartoons, and it's
Old-timey
really
cartoons.
weird, but people like it.
I love
People do
Trash
like it.
Tunes.
Mother loves them.
I love it. I think it's really good.
1500s.
Whoa, 1500s.
Squirrels.
What is going on?
That's right. The mustache is appropriate. Squirrels ruled the vast wilderness of North America.
Wow.
Naturalist Ernest Thomas Seton estimated that at the end of the 15th century, when the first Europeans arrived, there could have been 1 billion
Oh
squirrels.
my God.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. They were abundant and ate what they could.
I mean, that's a lot of squirrels.
Fuck yeah, it's a lot of squirrels. But life changed for squirrels when European colonists arrived in the 1600s.
That's our people.
Yeah, those are us.
Was it-
Well, mostly you.
Were they
Yeah.
red or grey in those? days?
We have gray and black at the time.
Grey and black.
Interesting.
But there's a lot of different kinds. So we have the tree squirrels, we have the ground squirrels, and we had flying squirrels.
Sure. Great.
Fine.
Yep.
And after a while, the white man began to move west and expand from the original 13 colonies. Squirrels, like the Native Americans, found their homeland diminishing.
Mm-hmm.
Before the colonists, there was a balance between human and animal need for land resources for centuries.
Oh, God.
Native Americans cycled the controlled burning of forests and grasslands to perpetuate an abundance of nutrient-rich plants, which in turn supported vast numbers of wildlife.
What changed?
Oh.
Who
Who changed the natural cycle that was occurring?
Who saw this perfect harmonious system and
Yeah.
thought, we've got notes? Tell us the color of this people's skins.
Burning helped to increase the amount of nutrients in the soil so that plants and grasses could grow thicker. And by burning certain areas repeatedly, Native Americans created sections of land that grew thick forests around the perimeter of grasslands. This was known as the edge effect.
Yeah.
So the edge effect promoted the growth of oak trees, which is the squirrel's favorite tree. We all know that. Mm-hmm. An oak tree and a squirrel, it's like
Yeah. It's
made
like,
for each other.
yeah. Montague and a Montague.
what happened at the beginning. It was, like you
Well,
said, Montague, and then...
Well, I would say the other, but it wouldn't work because they don't get along. But Montagues and Montagues, those, I guess the Montagues, there was a lot of incest. Not a lot of people know this, but Juliet's parents, brother and sister.
What?
Say something, Pam, hurry.
She's just scared
It's
right now.
no, it took me a little while to register.
Thank you.
And then I realised it
Same, and I
was
was saying
Romeo
that.
and Juliet.
So basically, Native Americans used the land as providing the soil with fresh nutrients, which help plant life, and then plant-eating animals,
right.
and then
Everything's flourishing.
That promotes predators, which keeps everything in balance.
It's like there's a circle,
When there's
a
more,
circle of life.
When there's more plant-eating animals, then there's more predators. When there are fewer plant-eating animals, there's fewer predators. It all works in balance, harmonious, respectful land use. But not the way the Europeans saw things.
Let's have a little fun. Let's change it up a little, huh?
The white man came, saw the land, and
What was that noise?
and they saw only one thing: dollar signs.
Cha-ching.
Money, cash, capitalism had arrived in America. William Croon, quote, fish, fur, and lumber were assigned high values because of their scarcities in Europe, but were more or less free goods in America.
So literally just immediately turn it into a rummage sale.
That is 100. Yeah.
Tags on everything.
Yeah.
Everything must go.
Yeah. The Native Americans are like, look at this. We have this perfect system.
Yeah,
where we
right. You do have a perfect system. We could make a lot of moolah off
Let's
of this.
cut those fucking trees down.
Actually, no. Those trees are very important to keep here.
What for?
Well, it's a balance. You see, with those trees, that promotes a lot of the wildlife that comes over here.
Yeah, fur.
They have fur, but we
Yes.
should leave them be.
No, hats.
No.
All I'm hearing you say is the trees help make hats.
Hey, what are you talking to this guy about? How great these hats is going to be?
Hell yeah.
Hey, we should make a hat out of that guy.
Oh, my God.
Is this the start of the middleman?
It might be the middleman's beginning.
Right. So the white man was so excited by the possibility of selling all these things in nature
Sure.
that he didn't actually own.
Right.
That they
Now, this is, again, to be clear, a white?
a white guy. Yeah,
Okay.
these are white guys.
Okay.
That they entirely neglected the harmonious cycle created by the Native Americans. They didn't realize there was so much abundance because of the way Native Americans had worked with the land.
So what did they, I mean, I don't know what they would think. They were just like, we're lucky.
Yeah.
Well, what a lucky trip we've had. Look at all this.
Shit, this is great. There's a bunch of squirrels here and land, and we have guns.
Yeah.
Colonial farmers used the land until the soil was depleted of nutrients, and then they'd move on to a new plot, leaving dead land behind and cutting down new forests to make new land.
So we just turned it into an Airbnb. And we were like, let's do this.
We turned a Four Seasons into a Motel 6.
Right.
As the first states were settled, entire forests were cut down for towns and crops of corn and wheat. The way it's supposed to be.
Uh-huh.
And according to some people, airports.
And
Yeah, that's
airports.
right.
There
This
are a
is
lot of
about
airports
the right
built.
time.
There are a lot of airports
I
built.
think we have about
1500s.
100 years until they make the first airport to be Fairmount.
Yeah, we're in the early 1700s
Yeah,
still.
we
So
got
we're
about
about
100.
80 years
Sorry about
away.
that.
Yeah.
Don't jump the gun so much.
But to some people, it
We'll
won't
get to
matter.
the airports.
Okay, come on. Get to the point.
Someone had a really good joke, though. They said, yeah, that's when LaGuardia was built. Fucking nailed it.
That is true.
Wild animals had to find a new place to live, right? Because the crops and the
Yes.
towns are coming in, and they are living in
Yes.
trees.
Yeah. Yes.
But they also found an insane overabundance of corn and wheat fields, right? So the balance is gone. When you're just planting tons of corn and wheat, and you've gotten rid of the trees and the other things, now there's more for the squirrels to eat.
More corn and wheat, you mean, for this?
Yeah,
Right,
there's
right,
just
right.
it's just easy.
Right.
Before they have to go forage for
Right.
food.
Now they've got drive-thrus.
Yeah, now
Right.
that's right. Now there's a drive-through.
Right.
So for the squirrels, it's like a fucking party.
Yeah. They're not really good at limiting their intake.
No,
Their caloric intake.
No, squirrels are not.
Squirrels aren't walking around being
uh,
like, are we in ketosis? Where are we at with
They
this?
don't. They're not at all in.
I can't. We're fasting. We're trying to hit ketosis as a squirrel family.
And this all sounds like. Squirrels invaded the crops. Their trees were gone, so they took to the crops, right? They became a notorious enemy of European colonists.
Right.
As pretty much everything is when the colonists come. The people,
but you
the
create a
animals.
system where if anything disrupts it, they're enemies.
Yes.
And you have a system that is overtaking everything. So surely at some point, beings or animals or nature will infringe upon your
Oh yeah, because
your commodity.
essentially if you're living outside of what nature wants,
yeah.
then you are
Nature
now
will-
fighting nature.
Yes, you are right. And truly a fight that we will take
Oh, it's going good.
to the mat.
100%.
All right, nature. You think you're gonna have the last laugh? You probably will, but we're gonna go down hysterically. We're gonna go down tweeting on lighting up shoes that have wheels in them.
Instead of figuring out a way to live with the squirrel and other animals like the Native Americans had, the colonists decided the squirrel was the enemy and it was a pest that needed to be exterminated completely.
Oh, Jesus God.
Now, I'm fairly intelligent. And even if you're not,
He's hitting on us.
even if you're not, and you see squirrels and just basically what a squirrel is,
Yeah.
and you think, I'm going to exterminate that.
Yes.
That's like literally the last thing that are going to be alive are cockroaches and squirrels.
Yeah.
Like you cannot. They're called squirrels.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
the name alone. They're squirrely.
Yeah. They're not. It's a hard thing to stamp out. You're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
Okay.
have
Sure.
squirrels in
Yes.
England?
Oh,
Did they get imported or did you have them?
Well, we never used to have
What are their accents
great
like?
English.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah.
We've got some nuts up here. Fancy a nut?
Where's the nuts, mate?
Do you want a spot? Where's
Where's the nuts?
Where's the nuts,
spot of
mate?
nut?
I don't like them nuts.
We're not eating those nuts. We're in ketosis.
So,
There used to be a lot of red, but now I think they've almost
oh yeah,
and they're grey now.
the
They're
grays
the
are taking
American
over.
ones.
Here, the blacks are
Yeah.
taking over.
Oh,
The
they-
black squirrels.
Black squirrels.
weird.
Black.
Yeah,
I've
the
seen
way I said
those.
that at first. is
Oh,
weird.
in
Oh
your
yeah,
story.
there's a bunch of them in New
your
York.
story.
Yeah,
In your
and then
story.
but then they got wiped out. But now I think they're coming back.
Okay.
But so you had native red squirrels, and now the gray squirrels have
When
come.
I was young, I don't think I ever remember seeing a grey squirrel.
Really, and now
And
they're
now you never see a red squirrel.
It's the white. It's like the white man invasion. It's
It
a
is.
squirrel
It
version.
is.
Yeah,
Yes,
no,
yes,
for sure, yeah.
They've squirreled
Yeah.
away.
Well, I'm whiter, so I'll be
You
taking
know what that
over.
means. You're going to need to evacuate this whole area here. We're going to turn it into a pinkberry, obviously.
You redheads need to go.
This will all go.
Yeah, the gingers are being
Yes,
wiped
they're
out.
being wiped out.
Oh man, it's so
Yes, yeah.
great. There were so many squirrels that the Virginia House of Burgesses considered laws that would require Virginians to kill squirrels.
What? A law that require? How do
Yeah,
you? What?
you have to kill squirrels if that was. In
Did you see one? Yes. Did you kill it? No. Well, then we're going to kill you.
What?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I.
You must also be
I
eradicated.
didn't
Amongst the genocide of the squirrels, we're also getting rid of the squirrels, the enablers, such as yourself.
I just didn't see one.
Well, next time you come back into existence, see one.
What?
Off with his head!
No.
Yes, slowly too. Don't guillotine him. Really saw into it. Let's
What?
make a lesson out of this.
This is all I
We
did
will
was
teach everyone what not to do.
all I did was not see a
Use
squirrel.
the dull end of the saw.
I literally did not see a squirrel.
This man has sex with squirrels.
That's pretty much how arguments went back then. And now, in 1749,
We had a break though.
yeah, in 1749, authorities in Pennsylvania offered a 3-pence bounty for each squirrel killed.
Same in England now,
Pence,
right?
That's a lot of money, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, back then, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be after those.
So they paid out over 8,000 pounds that year, which equals about 640,000 squirrels.
Okay, that's a lot of squirrels.
So many squirrels were killed that, quote, the state was nearly bankrupt.
So, wow, it's quite an investment.
There were so many more squirrels out there and more squirrels were coming in dead that the state had to cut the bounty to 1 pence per squirrel and then finally cut it out completely because they had no money.
So, okay, there's too many fucking squirrels.
No
yeah,
money
yeah,
and no squirrels.
Yeah.
Around the country, entire villages and countrysides would engage in hunts that became known as a squirrel frolic.
That makes me feel like it's like a squirrel orgy.
The winner was the person with the most squirrel tails.
Okay.
Kentucky and Michigan newspapers happily printed up the total number of squirrels killed.
Oh, God.
In 1790, Virginia passed a law that required every able-bodied man in certain counties to deliver 12 squirrel tails per year to the local justice of the peace. If they did not produce 12 squirrel scalps, they would be fined 3 pence. Well, that was another word they used.
The
in
tail
the
was the scalp.
law. Yeah.
Right. So if you didn't kill a squirrel a month, what happened to you?
You would get fined 3 pence at the end of the year.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. It's normal. It's just
Yeah,
fine.
totally normal stuff.
Totally normal stuff.
Yep.
Yep.
In October 1803,
And there would be people like me too who would wait the 12 months happily, and then like with a week left, be like, I gotta kill 12 squirrels.
Fuck!
I procrastinated.
Oh, I would totally.
Dude, let me buy a couple tails off you, bro. You got 14.
Well, also-
hook me up with 2 tails.
Also, what if you didn't have a gun and you had to walk around with like a hammer and try to kill him?
Well, I mean, it's probably not a great look. Harry, not now.
In October 1803, Virginia farmers called upon the army to help them from the squirrels.
Is it getting pathetic? Is this now officially pathetic? Now that it's an Abbott and Costello plotline? Is this now sad?
It's so
We need the
silly.
Army, the Air Force, Navy SEALs, Blackwater.
The squirrels are here.
They needed the new president.
Yeah. Yeah.
Captain Andrew Fulton assembled his militia to defend the
Gentlemen,
crops from hordes of squirrels.
today we fight the battle of our lives.
Is it the British or the
No, not the British.
Canadians?
No.
Mm,
Smaller.
Spain.
Furrier.
Spain?
Hairier.
Spain.
More nuts.
Oh, Portugal.
No.
Mexico.
Squirrel.
What?
Squirrels.
I'm sorry.
Little baby squirrels. We will eradicate them.
No.
They are vermin.
It's
We will be done with them.
It's impossible.
We will kill them all.
It's like
and we will have sex with their wives.
No.
Yes.
I don't.
We will marry squirrels.
Are they?
We will take over
That's not eradication.
from the inside.
Wait.
We will live as squirrels after we've killed the men.
What?
We will live amongst them, pretending to be them. At which point, at the 11th hour, we will turn around and say, "You fools! We were the army the entire time!" Ha ha!
Yeah.
Now, to shrink ourselves to an 80th of our size.
So, I'm just throwing out there. This is a
Yes.
volunteer militia.
Yes.
And I'm gonna unvolunteer. You know what I mean?
No, please.
'Cause I'm not super into being a tiny squirrel fucker. If that's what I'm hearing.
You don't need to have sex with the squirrels. You could have a marriage with one and make it non-sexual very easily. Gentlemen, we just need to be in marriages with the women.
I don't. Look, I'm already married. Number one.
That's fine. This is a fake marriage.
Number two.
Surely your wife will understand the mission.
No, I don't think.
Let me explain it to this cold-hearted bitch then.
What?
Your
Jesus.
wife doesn't understand.
Okay, so here's something I'm getting from all this. I think that you have a
Great
weird
idea.
sexual deviation.
No, you
and
do.
You're attracted
You
to
do.
squirrels.
No, you
and
do.
So you're trying to get
No,
us
you do.
all to
Stop
fuck
hitting
squirrels.
yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself.
Yeah, you're not in charge. You can't be in charge anymore.
Right. Now, I'm sure some of you think that I'm just 150 squirrels in a man's skin trying to take over your army.
We don't.
That's ludicrous as well.
Are you?
Follow me.
I'll see that movie. So Captain Fulton divided his men into hunting parties, and they went out one day and they killed over 8,300 squirrels.
Which still, but that's like nothing, right?
No, it's absolutely nothing. There's so many squirrels. It's almost like when you shoot a squirrel, 10 squirrels pop out. Like it's just. Naturalist Ernest Thompson Seton, quote, "On Christmas Eve, 1807, the newborn state of Ohio declared war by passing an act providing that county taxes in the state might be paid in squirrel scalps."
Wait, what? He's going to turn it into currency?
So, yeah, I mean, essentially you can pay.
So this is money now. Are we cool? Is anybody feeling weird? Because we're now going to use this as money. This is a 5. These are 20s.
Yeah, so you can pay your taxes in squirrel scalps.
Sure.
So-
that accountant was like, by the way, I'm done.
That's normal.
Yeah.
So these types of laws spread to other states like Kentucky and Missouri. But man is no match for the squirrel. Naturalist David Godman, as he traveled through Ohio in 1822, quote, "Parts of the country appeared to swarm with squirrels, which were so numerous that they might be seen scampering in every direction. The woods and fields might truly be said to be alive with them."
Yeah, they
God,
are.
I want to be alive at that time.
Yeah.
Just squirrels everywhere.
Yeah, and just the general is like, they are very good.
And can you imagine the squirrels underground?
Yeah. Screw this guy.
Yeah, I'm fucking loving it.
All right, guys, what we should do is run up his pant leg, bite his dick. Let's go.
No, I don't want that.
And they're doing it to him, and he's like, Guys, I think he likes the plan.
No, we're still fighting.
He hasn't tried to touch us.
I'm almost there.
I'm reaching ever so slightly.
He goes
How you
on.
doing, Pam?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm fine, thank you.
He goes on. Quote, "A farmer who had a large field of Indian corn near the road informed us that notwithstanding the continued exertions of himself and his 2 sons, he feared he should lose a greater part of his crop in addition to his time and the expensive ammunitions used in killing and scaring off the little robbers.
Yeah.
The man and his sons frequently took stations in different parts of the field and killed squirrels until their guns became too dirty any longer to be used with safety, yet they always found, on returning, that the squirrels had mustered as strongly as before."
And keep in mind, the squirrels don't know they're fighting a war.
No, the squirrels are
The
just
squirrels
like,
are just like,
"I'm
"We're
having
squirrels."
wheat."
Yeah, I'm going to eat corn. They're brilliant tacticianers. The swinging door technique. You've done it.
All I do is eat and fuck. What's your war?
Gosh, they've just got the instincts we don't have.
During this journey, we frequently met squirrel shooters heavy laden with this game, in which many instances they had only desisted from slaying from want of ammunition or through mere fatigue.
I mean, that is like, it's amazing. Right? I mean, they're just like they're just tiring themselves out, just punching body blow after body blow. But the squirrels are just like, there's a lot of us.
I literally cannot think of a worse thing to try to exterminate.
No.
I mean, it's
White people. We're the cockroaches.
Yeah, and the more white men came to America,
Ants. It would be
Yeah.
harder to get rid of ants.
Yeah.
You may as well fight a war on ants.
That's right. And the more white men came to America and planted corn and wheat crops, the more squirrels there were, right? So they're just creating their own nightmare. The
So in
more
a way-
food, they're just putting out more food and
Right.
going, why do they keep coming?
They like the food. So the squirrels are the groundhog, and we, America, are Bill Murray.
That's correct.
Right.
Yeah.
The squirrels
Yeah.
just, we're all right.
And the Native Americans are just watching going, yeah, we had this all worked out.
Yeah, it was actually really great. We're trying to get rid of them. The squirrels? No, the white man.
So more and more squirrels, farmers started having what they called a barbecue. They would get a bunch of young men together with rifles. They would have a squirrel quota, each man, and the men would also make a wager for who could kill the most squirrels. The farmer would kill and cook a hog for them. Scottish botanist John Bradley, quote, "There is plenty of liquor and the frolic ends in shooting at a mark. I have heard of more than 2,000 squirrels being killed at one of these hunts. The squirrels are the greatest enemy of farmers."
Just to be clear, the order is eat, get drunk, then go kill?
It sounds like it, yeah.
Now, my instinct would
go
be
ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
go on the mission,
Yeah,
come back, have a party to celebrate after the mission.
yeah.
You don't have the party and then go out on the drunk mission.
Maybe you don't know how to party.
Yeah.
That's
Have you
probably
heard
the
of it?
Scottish way.
There's absolutely no doubt in my mind the Scottish were
Scottish
behind
way.
that.
Whiskey.
Yeah. Right, come on, get pissed, let's go.
Doing a squirrel crawl.
Lose your legs, then we're going to go kill them. Right, now that we're too pissed to bloody what, let's go finish the thing we started earlier.
What do you mean you've got no legs?
We
Get
got,
going.
we're going to pick each other up and go get them. It's time for the hunt, and after that we have a party.
In 1822, the Alexander Herald in Ohio reported, quote, "It is impossible to describe the havoc and destruction of the gray and black squirrels. Whole fields of corn, 5 to 10 acres, are wholly destroyed, not an ear left. In an attempt to save the crops from total destructions, hunters there killed almost 20,000 squirrels in a single week."
Jesus.
But remember,
The squirrels-
not only are they putting out just like a constant buffet, so it's like Vegas,
right.
but then also like Vegas, they've removed all the predators. There's
Right.
no one attacking the squirrels.
Right. So they've gotten rid of security, and they kept the casino open.
That's right.
And the squirrels are just in heaven.
Oh my God. In states, Alabama, Arkansas, Georgia, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Tennessee, the goal became the total eradication of squirrels.
Quite a goal.
At the same time, the colonists were pushing Native Americans further west. And as this happened, large colonies of gray squirrels also moved west. Some migrating colonies of gray squirrels during the 1800s were said to be over 100,000 squirrels and covered hundreds of miles.
I mean, just imagine seeing that.
Just
like a herd.
I would just pay. I'd pay so much money to see 100,000 squirrels.
I mean, imagine just
Just
like
moving.
standing there.
Marching.
Like an avalanche of squirrels coming at you. Hey, wait. Oh, my God.
And more, they're like little soldiers.
Yeah.
In California, the squirrel problem was as bad as anywhere else, except with the added addition that here squirrels carry the bubonic plague. Yeah, they do. Every once in a while, people are like, "A squirrel's got the plague." We're like, "Yeah, well, squirrels have plague here."
Yeah, okay.
So what? Just shoot it.
Yeah, just shoot. There you go. Wow, brutal.
She's European. Should point that out.
That's what I said with Garfy.
Yeah.
What do you mean, you poorly? I'll shoot you.
Garfy.
Little pop gun.
Communities came together to gas and poison squirrels.
They're gassing them?
Gassing them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wish I had done the pictures because there was a great one. Quote, "Everyone helped. The job was finished, followed by a barbecue."
What?
So the community would come out and they'd
Gas
gas them, yeah.
How would you
So
gas
they're
them?
ground squirrels. So you're putting,
okay.
putting
Right,
it into the
right.
ground, and yeah.
I imagine little masks on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they had gas masks.
Put 'em on, boys.
Yeah, inhale.
They're coming.
Squirrel poisoning crews worked state lands. On March 7th, 1876, the legislature passed an act that allowed localities to create squirrel inspectors.
That is just a great title. What do I do, ma'am? Let's just say I'm a squirrel inspector. I'm out of here. Why? It's a great job. It's got benefits. You don't understand how important my work is.
Squirrel inspectors made sure landowners were killing squirrels on their
You
land.
guys, you ain't housing any squirrels in the main house, is you?
You got any little fellas around here running around?
Might I trouble you for a glass of milk?
Are you the squirrel inspector or the owner?
That's a reach. That's an Inglourious Bastards reference.
Oh, yeah. Never saw it.
Oh,
I
dang.
tried. I couldn't get through it.
Oh, dang.
Don't like him.
Okay.
I call that one table talk.
Yeah, sure.
What about a movie that's just conversations over a table? What about not? If landowners are not killing squirrels, the squirrel inspector comes. He gives them a deadline to kill their squirrels, and if they don't, then he has the squirrels killed, and then charges the owner for how much it costs to have the squirrels.
But how do you know, like, how many, like, squirrels are mobile? So they're like,
Well, he's a squirrel inspector. This is his job.
But he can't. But just like we're saying, like, this is like fingers in a dam. Like, they're always going to be there. So you could feasibly be like, yeah, I killed all of them. And then he's like, why are there all these squirrels? You're like, because there's a lot of squirrels here.
Yeah, so there's an issue with the.
Okay. So the squirrel inspector is just a lot of like bravado, essentially. Y'all better be killing them.
I definitely read a lot of articles about newspapers, and there were some really, there were squirrel inspectors that were just like, there's tons of squirrels on this property.
Yeah, there's tons of squirrels everywhere.
The language that they use would be like, he's allowing squirrels to burrow on his land. And the guy's like, what do you mean allow?
Easy, Jack. I'll handle this.
They're fucking squirrels!
Yeah, see? He's winking towards
I'm not winking. Have you ever tried
it's
to
a
kill
dog whistle. It's a squirrel whistle. That's what this is. It's a squirrel whistle.
I can't kill all the squirrels. Do you know why?
Not with that attitude.
Because they're squirrels.
Yeah, exactly. See? He
No.
enables them.
There's no.
You know what we should do?
What?
Get really drunk. Does anyone think that's a viable option?
We'll hit him with logs.
Get the whiskey.
So, in California, the squirrel problem was as bad as anywhere else, except with the, like I just said, I already did that. So, squirrel inspectors. They come, they kill, blah, blah, blah.
Sure. Are you giving me the tagline for the TV show?
Yeah. In August 1914, World War I broke out across Europe. But the U.S. was looking to stay out. President Wilson said he would remain neutral, and Americans were down with no involvement. They didn't want to. We were like, doesn't seem that great. The public opinion changed after the Germans sunk the British ocean liner Lusitania in 1915. 128 Americans died, and then 2,000 other blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
That's how Americans see it.
Yeah. 128 of us are gone.
Oh
A lot of
my
other
God.
people died. We didn't
128
hear
of
about that part.
Us. There was a threat of an alliance between Germany and Mexico, so Wilson ends up asking Congress for a declaration of war, and we enter the war on April 6th,
Sorry.
1917.
Declaration of war?
War. Yeah, we used to do that.
We used to what?
But we used to go to Congress and ask them.
Congress?
Yeah, it's Congress. So
To Congress?
Yeah, Congress is this thing who.
And you would say, I declare war, and you would need to have it
Yeah,
ratified
they would have
or something
to. They would
foolish
have
like
to
this?
approve it. Yeah, so you're not like a king just
Interesting.
making a decision.
Oh, as
It's an
opposed to
actual-
now where you can just
Huh?
fight wars.
What do you mean? We're not fighting a war.
I mean, 7.
No,
or
we don't
8
have.
or-
We're not fighting any wars.
No, we are.
No,
Right.
bombing people's not war.
Sorry, I am the one who keeps getting caught up on what
Yeah,
war
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Right,
If
okay.
you just bomb a bunch of countries,
That's okay.
that's not war.
Right.
So you don't need a declaration for that because all you're
Because
doing,
all you're doing is bombing
countries.
As opposed to war when you're bombing,
Bombing countries.
countries. Right,
That's
okay,
right.
gotcha. Okay, thank you. Thank
Yep.
you.
The war would entirely change U.S. food infrastructure. In the U.S., the food supply was so plentiful that when the war broke out, we were the biggest supplier of food relief in the world. Aid was sent to France and Belgium, but then when we joined the war, the American primary concern became feeding our own troops. And because we're Americans, we wanted to feed them super well.
Wait a goddamn minute.
No, it's not. That's not.
Okay.
It should be, but it's not where we went.
Okay. How you boys liking that beef?
I mean, we really should have.
A lot of
fed
tiny
them
bones in this cow. Ah, don't worry about that.
A typical daily ration for a U.S. infantryman was up to 5,000 calories from a pound of meat, preferably not canned, 20 ounces of potatoes, and 18 ounces of bread. This was 20% more than the French or British could supply their men, and way more than the Germans. Because of this, U.S. housewives were told to be patriotic and that they should mind their pantry, keep down food waste, and go without grain.
Okay.
So, quote, the boys over there could be fed, and this led to conservation and the birth of advertising.
Oh, no.
President Wilson.
What a horrible thing.
President Wilson created the U.S. Food Administration. Mining executive Herbert Hoover was made director. Hoover became known as America's food dictator.
Good. Good. That's what we need.
That is good.
It's Gordon Ramsay
Yeah,
now.
that's great. The USFA fixed the price of wheat, took over rail lines to improve transportation, and prevented food monopolies.
Okay.
And so to push support for the war, Wilson created the Committee on Public Information, which is a propaganda factory.
Okay, good.
CPI cranked out press releases and informational pamphlets.
Uh-huh.
They deployed around 75,000 4-minute men who were public speakers.
Okay.
So these people would show up in parks, churches, social gatherings, vaudeville, theaters, and give quick 4-minute lectures
Okay.
to get people
Hey, hello, everybody. I'm just here for a quick lecture.
fired up about the war.
Light me at 3.
They the lectures, like I said, 4 minutes. About 7.5 million speeches were given in a year and a half. Some of them, of course, were about food,
Okay.
which you love. You love food.
I do. I find it important.
So campaigns were created like Meatless Mondays,
Wow.
Local is Best, Eat Less Wheat.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Very great thoughts.
I know when you think about this, you're like, oh, Meatless Mondays? Yeah, we should be doing that now.
Well, actually, I think when we were going to some of those climate change things, the way that they would talk about what is happening, how it has to be a World War II type effort, like
That's
all
what they're
hands.
talking about.
Yeah, like because it does need like there were certain times where the country was united for the greater good of the country. Like,
Yeah.
that was just something that happened.
Yeah, and that's
And
exactly what when people say we need a World War II type.
Yeah,
it's
you
like
need
that.
the
It's
thing
like,
where you're just like all hands on deck. Everybody is a part of figuring this out, and we are doing it.
That's right.
Period. They are giving all. Will you send them wheat?
Yeah. They're giving. There's just
it's an
like
ad
a poster of soldiers, and
Yeah.
it says they're giving their all. Will you send them
The
wheat?
kitchen is the. She's holding a big key to victory. Eat less bread. Wow.
Yeah. So,
But I mean, now it would be like, man, fuck you.
fuck you, me, mom. Fuck you. I like meat.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is all being done through the U.S. Food Administration. Also, anything German was vilified. Sauerkraut became Liberty cabbage. Hamburgers became Liberty steaks.
Oh, and then we did all that shit again with freedom.
Yeah, of course we did.
We're very good at this.
The CPI cranked out 1,500 posters and buttons. USFA created so much art that it filled more than $19 million worth of donated advertising space. The main message, quote, food will win the war, waste nothing.
Yeah.
This need to produce food led to fighting an old foe at home.
Oh, no.
The squirrel.
Oh, no. Oh, boy.
In the summer of 1917, papers began reporting on the danger of squirrels.
The danger of squirrels.
The Oakland, because I guess over time it had been forgotten because of the
over
advancement,
time, people probably
in
just like-
agriculture and everything we were
Sure.
doing. And so the actual threat of squirrels sort of faded away.
Right.
They're still a pest. The farmers still know, but they're like, okay,
Yeah.
fucking squirrels.
Right.
An Oakland Tribune article on July 8th read, this is the headline, Squirrels are enemies' allies, danger to food supply.
Our enemies' allies.
So squirrels are working in league with the Germans.
Essentially, they are, right, in conjunction with the Germans coming after us.
Quote, the
food.
ravages of the ground squirrel and gophers must be checked. The California ground squirrel stands first today as an undisputed ally of the country's enemies. Every day, he is working most industriously to destroy large quantities of the food products of the state of California.
Okay. So, let's win this war that we've been unable to win the whole time.
That's right. The article went on to say the farmers were important defenders of the country.
Okay.
Quote, it is an act of defense to prevent the deviation of large quantities of food from the mouth of the soldier to the greedy jaws and sharp teeth of the ground squirrel.
Greedy jaws.
I mean-
Meanwhile, they're just like, we're squirrels. Greedy jaws. Look at the beady little eyes. We're just squirrels.
I'm a squirrel.
We're squirrels. We're from trees.
I like wheat.
I'm underground now.
Look at them. The brilliant planning.
The Germans sent squirrels. They've
We're just
always been
squirrels.
here. They've always been here.
We're in a tree now. We like nuts.
The article went on. So the California State Horticultural Commissioner,
Sure.
G.H. Heck, announced that pests, mainly the ground squirrel, were destroying anywhere between 5 to 25% of the state's grain crop.
Is that true?
Yes.
Wow. 25%.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they were like
They're fucking
genuinely
busy.
like smoking at this point. Like, you know what? I mean, I got to tell you, I'm pretty much overworking. Like that I'm done with. I'm retiring at 2. I really am.
So he commissioned, the commissioner said he was enlisting the support of county boards of supervisors and county councils of defense to combat squirrels. Now, there's horticultural commissioners in every county. It's like a
So this is a movement.
it's a movement. This was to be a statewide campaign to eradicate squirrels.
Okay. And again,
1917.
an impossible mission.
Well, you'll see.
No, I have seen.
There's no more squirrels.
No.
No, you haven't seen a squirrel.
No, I have.
Not in your life.
Yes, I have.
The California legislature agreed and passed a law providing for the destruction of squirrels and noxious weeds.
And noxious
They
weeds.
threw in some weeds.
That guy just showed up. That's right, squirrels and the noxious weeds. Harry, what are you doing?
I'm just saying that we got to get rid of these bad weeds.
I didn't get paid by Mansato. What are you talking about?
What? Come
I'm
on.
just against weeds.
Come
What?
on. We got to get rid of these
Monsanto.
squirrels. They're killing everyone. Plus, some people are saying these noxious weeds is a big problem, too. A lot of my constituentes are saying such. Some people are saying the squirrels and the noxious weeds talk. They got a team.
Is that team it up?
Little jackets made.
The legislature also passed a law against harboring squirrels.
That's the craziest. That's just the craziest. Like, people would, like, you'd just be like, yeah, it's a squirrel. What's it doing in your place? It got in. Ah. So you admit it.
It became, it was a misdemeanor and punishable by a $500 fine or 6 months in jail.
I mean, what are you in for? Squirrel? Same. Crazy. Crazy, man. I just fell in love with this little guy. I made a little hat for him, put little
fuck
gloves
yeah.
on his hands.
They look so great in gloves.
They're awesome. Plus, they're so fat now. You can catch them so easy.
Huge.
It's like grabbing a hair.
My guy can't even, his feet don't even touch the ground.
That's the problem. That's what I was trying to say to the inspector. He
Yeah.
can't leave. He can't get through the door. He's too big.
Great little guys.
Yeah, hell yeah.
The Herald quote, "The question now is a matter of whether you will do it or leave it to the official exterminator to do.
I'll do
the
that."
squirrels must go."
Well, I mean, we're squirrels. They still just have no clue. Do you think they've noticed the drop in their numbers? Well, unfortunately, Commander, they are squirrels. We don't know what they're thinking.
Huh? In November, the California Rodent Control Division released a 200-page report titled California Ground Squirrels.
So is this now like in a movie where it's like the police and the FBI show up and it's like, this is our case now?
Yeah,
It's like now you've got like, we're rodent control. You
And
guys can't seem to handle this.
and
Send in the big boys.
and they're doing all this propaganda.
Right. The answer to this is leaflets. We're dropping these all around squirrel communities, letting them know.
A bulletin dealing with the life histories and habits and control of ground squirrels in California. So that's what it was. It's 200 pages. I read some of it. A lot of it's just different kinds of ground squirrels, and then it goes into how to
So
kill
you just
them.
got to read this dense thing before you're like,
Yeah.
all right, I think I know every kind.
I'm all about squirrels now, man.
All right, now to eradicate them.
It described the many different types of ground squirrels in California as well as ways to kill them. On November 21st, 1917, the Tulare Advance Register reported cryptically, quote, "County Commissioner Royard of Fresno has discontinued for the time being 4 squirrel inspectors and a deputy having to do with the squirrel campaign."
Wait, they're done with them?
They fired him.
They fired them.
This is because of certain private interests being advanced at the expense of the county.
We work with Big Squirrel. Hey, what are you guys doing here? Inspector, we just want to have a word with you. I'm out here trying to find a bunch of squirrels. Well, we've always loved your commitment. That's why I want to talk to you. We represent the squirrels. They're our friends. We're squirrel lawyers. What? How do you get approached by these guys?
I don't know. I couldn't find anything else about it. Hey, Bobby, you working with the squirrels? What's in your pocket?
Huh? Nothing. Just look away, Tim.
Are those squirrels?
No, it's nothing.
Why are your pants moving?
Look, I made a move I had to make for my family.
Are you working for Big Squirrel?
They have great ideas, and they pay unbelievable.
How much?
Plus,
How much? Are they
plus, the thing they told me,
Yeah.
there's no goddamn way we'll ever get rid of all the squirrels.
Come on.
No, so it's stupid.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No,
We're gonna kill these bastards.
no, we're not.
It's easy.
There's billions.
Wait. No, it's like
You ever
800.
heard the term they're breeding like squirrels?
No.
Yeah, well, that's a term.
I don't think it is.
It's a saying,
not a
or
word.
a phrase.
It's not either.
Yeah, it is. It's
No,
a
it's
hip-hop lyric.
There's no such thing.
Look, I gotta go.
Are you a time traveler?
Yes.
What is hip hop? In December, it was announced the state was giving $40,000 to Horticultural Commissioner Heck for the extermination of ground squirrels.
Okay,
A plan was then formulated.
sure. Which we haven't seen yet.
We have not.
No, we have. Like 8 times, right?
Yeah, a lot. In March, a convention of state horticultural commissioners was held in Fresno.
Okay.
They discussed and laid out the plans for the squirrel eradication campaign, which was to begin on April 12th, 1918. It would be called
No.
Squirrel Week.
Squirrel Week? Still have that in England, don't you, Mum?
Yeah, it's a big celebration. Particularly my family.
What do you guys do?
Someone dresses up like the squirrel. And you put a bunch of presents and nuts.
Yeah, and we have a tree.
Yeah, you hide them in the
Special
tree.
And we have all the squirrel hostages.
Yeah, whoever
Yeah.
puts the most cashews in their mouth gets a squirrel pillow.
A squirrel pillow?
Yeah.
This all sounds made up.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's all in a stocking.
Yeah.
Has Christmas stock. I mean, Squirrel Day stock.
Yeah, don't mess up.
No, sorry.
So, to show...
oh, my God, no.
Yeah.
This is... No.
To show how behind the plan they were, the commissioners... We'll get there. The commissioners ate stewed Mendocino County caught gopher.
Okay.
The grain-fed gophers were served to show the possibilities of meat supply in the state.
Okay. I was thinking like that to me would be...
Right, that would be a way to convince...
That's a way to propagandize people pretty easily.
But they did
like,
that a little
Squirrel
bit.
burgers.
Yeah, they did that a little bit, but not that. Also, gopher burgers?
It's like a jerky burger.
Commissioner Howard said it tasted like wild duck and that it was, quote, not half bad.
Well, and that's the man who's supposed to be lying to you, saying it's not half bad. So it's probably really not good.
So it's half bad.
Yeah, it's all bad.
Yeah,
Definitely.
It's bad.
Right. It's not good. No. Though the SF Chronicle reported, quote, liberal portions of beef were served to those who did not like the gopher meat.
Liberal portions, yeah.
Hey, can we get some beef in here? This is shit. This tastes like an animal that's been living in a hole.
Give him more gopher. Here's some gopher. No.
I don't want the head.
I've got a piece of fur in my mouth.
Yeah. These have not been deferred, guys.
Yeah.
Squirrel Week was to be a 7-day squirrel killing competition, during which...
Oh, here we go.
California children were encouraged to kill off the state's ground squirrels.
Ugh. Oh, that's terrible.
Ugh.
Newspapers repeatedly declared that squirrels were destroying $30 million worth of crops a year in the state, which is about $550 million today. The patriotism and help in fighting Germany was emphasized.
Of course. I mean, the tie-in's obvious.
Heck, quote, we have enemies here at home more destructive, perhaps, than some of the enemies our boys are fighting in the trenches.
That's absolutely right.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely right.
I'm talking about squirrels, boys!
That's right. Defend.
Sure, your pop's over there getting mustard gassed and whatnot.
Yeah.
But what about the squirrels?
Seems less bad.
Little tiny animals eating little tiny pieces of wheat.
When you put it like that,
And
it really doesn't
killing
sound
our
that bad.
bread!
Seems like a leap.
And when they kill our bread, what do they kill?
It's been mean what you said about my
Your
dad.
dad in the trenches!
Why is it all about my dad?
Because the squirrels are killing your father, son.
Eat your gopher, boys. Less question. More choo.
Tomorrow, we'll cook them for you.
All right.
So now even children could fight the Germans. Heck called the kids school soldiers.
That's good. Well, by the way, we're pretty much there again, aren't we?
Yep. He encouraged kids to do their part for Uncle Sam by organizing, quote, a company of soldiers in your class or in your school and destroy the, quote, squirrel army.
Well, what we're looking for are children-based militias. That's not dangerous, right? Let's just do that, and let's arm them.
The state began an anti-squirrel publicity blitz. 34,000 posters were printed up and put up around the state, and 50,000 leaflets were distributed. Heck's call to arms was written in a pamphlet called Kill the Squirrels.
Jesus.
Gosh.
Jesus Christ.
The pamphlets,
It's insane.
the pamphlets cover...
Look at this guy.
Wait,
Look, the guy at the bottom talking to the squirrels.
But the poison, look at the poison barley.
Yeah, she's got poison barley, like
Barley.
with a child. She's like, no, you can take this poison barley.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, ma'am.
So the pamphlet's cover illustration included a young woman holding a pail of poison, barley, saying to kids around her, quote, children, we must kill the squirrels to save food, but use poisons carefully.
Use poisons to a child. And then below, there's some weird dude with the squirrels. And he goes, and you may have to serve me some of that nice young barley sprouts, which has been poisoned.
Yeah, he's a waiter.
But look at the squirrel with his glasses and his cane.
Yeah. He's lived a long life off of our land.
The opening sentence in the pamphlet, quote, "Is there one of our number who would like to be a member of a company made up of American boys and girls fighting to protect our big brother or cousin at the front in Europe? We have enemies here at home, more destructive perhaps than some of the enemies our boys are fighting in the trenches."
That's insane.
Trying to get the kids. So the kids, they're kids and there's a war on and a lot of their dads are out fighting. And so they want to be a part of it. So you're just tugging on this emotional.
Yeah, the manipulation.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
There was a recipe to make strychnine laced grain.
should a child be
They
involved
just have to
in
be
anything
careful.
near that?
They just have to be careful.
Sure.
I took part of it. So 16 quarts of barley, 1 ounce of strychnine, 1 ounce of baking soda,
there it
and
is.
so on and so forth.
There it is. First 2 ingredients really say it all. So you want to do 1 part strychnine for every 16 parts barley, in case you're making a big cake or something.
Fortunately, there was a warning to keep all poison containers and utensils used in preparing the poison to be plainly labeled and out of reach of irresponsible persons and livestock.
Yes. Just like guns and pills.
That's right.
The Great Squirrel Bake Off.
That's right. Yes.
Oh, yes. Also, children should be cautioned in the use of poison barley, they said.
Yeah, no, for sure. You go, here's a bunch of poison. Now, guys, don't abuse this.
That's right.
Just go willy-nilly, toss it all over land trying to kill squirrels.
The pamphlet also described other squirrel killing methods like shooting poison gas and drowning them, which they called submarining.
Great. Great. Awesome.
Heck offered $50 to each elementary school whose students killed the most squirrels.
Okay.
Second place 30 and third place 20. And then the same offer went to high schools.
My God.
The pamphlet ended with a warning, quote, "Remember that poison grain is dangerous to handle and be careful in using it. Let us make these squirrels less days."
That's right. Don't forget, poison's really poison. Good luck, children. All right, toddlers, you've got your walking orders.
Propaganda was cranked out just as was for the war effort, right? So you've got this war effort on, and you've got this giant organization made to create propaganda. So they started making anti-squirrel propaganda.
Squirrels menace the crops. Kill them.
That came back to the same page. So they're just cranking out all of these posters that are all about squirrels.
Well, this is probably around the time, right, when they realized the power of, not only influence, but like pamphlets, leaflets, and shit like that. Where just like all of a sudden, like
pamphlets, posters up. You walk down the street, you see a big poster. Right, Mr. Farmer, join in the Great Spring Drive. Now on 30,000 annual losses. And then there's a little picture of a squirrel with a German hat.
With a German helmet on.
Yeah.
He's eating up your money. The law says kill him.
It's just nuts.
In the corners of the kill.
I just wish squirrels knew that they won the war.
Yeah.
That they didn't know was on.
They had no idea.
No, they're prolific today.
In the corners of the kill, the squirrels cover illustration, 2 squirrels stood at attention wearing Pickenhaben, which were the spiked helmets of the German army. So this became very common, putting squirrels in German army helmets. Another Squirrel Week poster showed a Germanic squirrel family wearing spiked helmets and iron crosses. The father squirrel had an upturned mustache, just like Kaiser Wilhelm's.
Oh, my God.
Newspapers got kids all fired up. Here's another one.
Death to squirrel.
Death to the squirrel. The spring drive is on. Millions in food must be saved. The squirrel in time saves killing 9.
A squirrel in time saves killing 9?
I'll get to why that is in a sec. Newspapers got kids fired up. The Lompoc Journal wrote excitedly that, quote, "All the killing devices of modern warfare will be used in the effort to annihilate the squirrel army, including gas. Don't wait to be drafted." So they're literally, there's literally all these men being horribly killed and their lives fucked by mustard gas, and they're using that as
a rationale for gassing the squirrels.
Getting kids excited about it. The 4 Minutemen jumped into the propaganda push and began giving speeches to get the public fired up for the squirrel genocide. Talking points were given to the 4 Minutemen, including the best squirrel is a dead squirrel. The Hotel California board bill for ground squirrels in 1917 was $30,000, yet unpaid. The squirrel does not recognize daylight saving. He uses it all.
Just so dumb.
Why hesitate? We can get him. How? Poison him, gas him, drown him, shoot him, trap him, and submarine him. Are you not willing to give your wholehearted support to this statewide movement to kill the squirrel?
Nope.
Also, go out and kill the little ally of the Kaiser. Whose side are you on, squirrel? We're at war. I just like wheat.
I'm a squirrel.
He's brilliant. He's got such a brilliant military mind.
Meetings were also held in many chambers of commerce around the state. In Salinas, the local horticulture commissioner and a professor discussed squirrels. Farmers were told that spring was the time to kill squirrels before they had their babies. Each female squirrel averaged 8 babies, so killing a female in the spring was as good as killing 9 squirrels.
Right, so a squirrel in time saves killing 9.
There you
Slay
go.
the mother.
Right.
Slay the mother. And one farmer neglected his squirrel killing duties would undo all the killing efforts of his neighbors.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so turning...
Neighbor versus neighbor.
Totally. So that's like keeping an eye on each
Yeah,
other now.
yeah.
You killing your squirrels, Jimmy?
Yeah, why are you asking?
I
You
just see
keeping
squirrels.
yours? Well, I'm
I-
worried about you. I ain't seen you killing a bunch
See a
of squirrels.
lot of squirrels on your property,
Well, what am
buddy.
I supposed to do? They're probably telling squirrels on my side to come over to your side because you're probably feeding them.
Right. You German son
You
of a
make me
bitch.
sick. You support the Kaiser, Squirrel. You probably got a bunch of little helmets in there, don't you? You put them on them? Huh?
You shut your,
Freaking weirdo.
you shut your goddamn
You
mouth.
shut your goddamn mouth. You're the one who came over here accusing me of holding squirrels.
Why
All
should-
I do is kill squirrels. Moms, too, bro. Killing all the mama
You know
squirrels.
what I do?
What?
I let them have babies, and then I kill the babies right in front of the mom.
Well,
and
it
then
seems
I kill the
foolhardy because
mom.
one of the babies could probably get away.
Not from me, motherfucker.
Well, it's still dangerous to do it like that. If you read the pamphlets, they say don't do it like that. Kill the mom right away, but you're waiting months for birth. What are you, some sort of sick bastard?
When'd you get a mustache?
Huh?
When did you grow a mustache?
This morning. It's a squirrel.
You know who else has a mustache?
Huh.
Kaiser
Kaiser,
Will.
where's that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
it's
forget
right
about
in
that?
my head.
Yeah.
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 Let's see you at 6 p.m.
Yep.
for pie.
I love pie.
Thank you.
Sometimes you just don't know how to end a sketch.
Mm-hmm.
The children were told to verify their kills by bringing squirrel tails to their schools.
By the way, if you're a counterfeit tail maker, this is the best time.
But some eager kids got the jump early and looked for credit. A week before Squirrel Week was due to begin, Commissioner Heck's office asked kids to stop sending dead squirrel tails to his office.
Oh, wow. Can't imagine that backfiring.
San Francisco Chronicle, quote, because of the pronounced odor, which has begun to permeate the offices of the State of Horticulture Commission as a result of the accumulation of ground squirrel tails being sent as evidence, Commissioner Heck issued instructions to county commissioners to receive the tails and bury them.
Right, yeah, right. Instead of having him in his office. That's nice.
Just think how many squirrel tails there were.
Oh,
It
yeah.
starts
Can you picture him
reeking.
sitting,
Smell.
sitting at his desk?
Yeah. Just
With all
surrounded by
this-
tails.
Yeah, with his little face.
Yeah.
Also, why don't they just get rid of them?
Yeah, that makes sense too. Sure. Either way, however you want to handle it.
He said it would be fine for children to just give the kids credit for tails delivered and send that to his office instead.
Oh, okay.
On April 29th, the day the campaign started, Herbert Hoover told the state's children, quote, understand you are taking up a campaign for the eradication of ground squirrels in California. This has my hearty approval.
Cool. Mr. President, thank you.
And the killing began. The Visalia Times reported that the Rodent Control Division indicated widespread activity among school children. The Chino Champion newspaper said everyone must be involved. Quote, if your neighbor is not doing his duty, report him. This wasn't just the paper saying this. The Kings County Horticulture Commissioner said, quote, anyone knowing of cases where no attempt has been made to kill the squirrels, as has been asked by the government, report him.
Crazy. And it's also like, they probably are like, we're making a dent. No, you're not.
It's like, it sounds like how we deal with terrorism.
Yeah. No, we're fighting ghosts.
Totally.
Yeah.
The commissioner said people who don't kill squirrels were, quote, no better than a slacker, and such persons will be dealt with accordingly.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Well, they will be dealt with.
I'm going to shut the door.
Sir, you're in very much trouble.
I mean, really, what are you going
I don't know.
So please start. No.
You're going to get a squirrel lecture.
All right.
Bring in one of the 4-minute fellas.
Okay, sure.
You ready for this, you son of a bitch?
Yeah, I guess. What
You
he's going to talk
squirrel-loving motherfucker.
So what, he's going to talk for 4 minutes?
How dare you?
I'm just saying.
4 minutes.
It
You
just
think
seems-
that's going to be easy? It's not
Yeah.
going to be easy.
Okay.
He's got squirrel talking points.
Great. I really just am like, I don't think it's going to make a difference. So I'm kind of just going to take a knee on this.
Take a knee?
Yeah. I'm out. I'm
Buddy.
not doing it.
Buddy,
Yeah.
we're fighting squirrels here.
Yeah, I understand.
The enemy.
Yeah, it seems a little crazy.
Have you seen the German helmets?
Yeah, I think
Squirrels
those are
have German
just-
helmets.
No, I think
No,
that's.
they started wearing them.
No, I think that's just something that a guy drew.
No,
Yeah.
he drew that based on a actual squirrel sighting.
So someone said they saw a squirrel with a helmet on.
Didn't see it, drew
What are
it
you,
because he
8 years
saw
old?
it. The fuck does that mean?
What are you, a kid? I mean, if you believe that, I got a bridge I'll sell you.
People,
You should be out over there with those school kids trying to kill squirrels. You're like a
People-
6-year-old.
let me just say,
What?
it's your naivete that's going to lose this war.
Yeah, no.
You think we can
it's
win the war
fact
without
that
killing the squirrels? The allies of the German?
I see. I get that you're conflating things.
They made a
just-
pact.
Who did? The Germans and the squirrels?
Yeah, the king squirrel.
Where
and
did they meet?
Wilhelm.
Wilhelm?
He went to the Squirrel Shire.
He went to the Squirrel
And
Shire.
they had a meeting.
So why don't you just go to the Squirrel Shire and blow it up if there's such a thing?
Oh, you're so fucking stupid.
Dude, I'm not even waiting for this 4-minute guy to show up. Not when he's here.
I'm the 4. This is part of the 4 minutes.
Brutal.
That's what I thought.
I'll kill some. Just make it end.
So Squirrel Week ended on May 4th. It had been
I like to celebrate year round. We do in our
Yeah,
family. We celebrate Squirrel Week
100%.
year round.
Definitely.
It had been an incredible success.
Oh, good.
Children across the state turned in 100,000 for 509 tails.
Wow. Okay. Pretty good.
This number was believed to be just a fraction of the total squirrel casualties
Okay.
because many were killed by gas in their burrows and then could not be counted.
Sure.
And kids were so into it after the contest ended, Heck reported that kids' enthusiasm for killing squirrels continued for, quote, an indefinite period.
That's great that they have a bloodthirst. That's good. That's not a side effect.
Once you get it, once you
That's
kill one
great.
squirrel, you're like, this
Yeah.
is awesome.
Well, once you've just given your kids the green light to go gas animals, you're pretty much being like, the world's your oyster, son.
There really is nothing better than gassing an animal.
No, for sure.
If you've ever done it.
It is here. What?
Proclamation Squirrel Week. I do hereby set aside the week of April 29th to play as Ground Squirrel Week and trust that during that time, the school children and all other persons will do their utmost to relieve the country of all ground squirrel pests. And there's 3 squirrels watching.
Mm-hmm. 3
Reading
squirrels are
it.
like, huh? That's not a good proclamation.
This is bullshit.
God, there really was a campaign, huh?
Yeah, no, it's really crazy. Oh yeah, that's the one we just looked at. So, this is the good one. Oh no, that was a different one. So this is the weird thing is they're all their campaigns sort of look alike. It's all propaganda posters, whatever. Now we're getting to German stuff. Here it is. Whatever. So there's a lot of art went into this.
Yeah, no, it's important.
Kill the squirrels. Food is needed for our allies.
Yeah.
In June, the winners were announced.
You want to join the army?
Sulphur Banks Grammar School in Lake County won first prize. David Creek Grammar School in Modoc County won second prize. And Delta View Grammar School in Kings County won third.
Also, Squirrel U did terribly.
Some schools were outed as total failures. In Oxnard, the Oxnard Courier reported that Santa Paula High School reported only 3 squirrels killed.
What were they doing?
They didn't give a shit. They're near the beach.
We thought we were supposed to kill students. No, you idiots. Squirrels.
God damn it! How many kids are left? 5.
Oh.
The paper reported other high schools in the area had killed none. Quote, the grammar schools were little better.
The grammar schools.
So they're
like
not
4.
They're not. Yeah, I know. They're not that patriotic. In
Yeah, they
Oxnard.
don't love America.
So it was it was considered a success. Farmers became more aware of the squirrel menace. Crop yields bounced back in areas cleared out of ground squirrels.
Wow. Okay. So
Heck-
it kind of works.
Yeah. Heck congratulated the children for their successful slaughter and patriotic service. He also urged them to take every opportunity in the future not one to kill the squirrel, but other rodents as well.
So feel free to kill any animal you see, really.
Yeah, any rodent.
Right.
Get on it. Squirrel inspectors remained active. Oakdale Squirrel Inspector Frank Knott said property owners along local canals were not getting rid of the squirrels and that he had to send them notices that if they failed to get rid of them, he would take care of it and the fee he would assess against the property, which now could be sold to pay for squirrel eradication.
You could.
Go
now.
ahead. Yes. Go ahead.
Because somebody had not taken a full throttle approach to the squirrel genocide.
That's correct.
You could now
Go ahead.
sell their home and take that money and use that
Yeah.
as financing for the cause.
Yeah, the good anti-squirrel cause. You could seize
Where's your
people's-
home? Well, it's a long story. Bad ending.
Local areas continued to hold children's squirrel killing contests, and now there were local contests.
Sure.
During an anti-squirrel campaign in Lassen County later in 1918, one girl brought in 3,780 tails, and a boy brought in 3,770.
What?
An eighth grade.
I mean, they're killing at an adult level.
An eighth grade girl who killed so many squirrels that she was allowed to take part in the essay contest. So there was an essay contest, but the only way to get an essay contest was to enter it by having enough tails.
Right. So, right. Perfect. Makes sense.
In her essay, she wrote, quote, "The squirrel is about the most destructive animal in California. If you would only stop for a moment and compare a squirrel with a German soldier, you would find them very much alike."
Do you think that, and this is a serious, do you think that the propaganda has worked on this young girl at all? Oh my God. They were like, what a great essay. Where'd you come up with such a great angle? I don't know, but it's what I feel.
So the squirrel killing continued, and squirrel eradication programs continued until the 40s when they started to wane off. Just not a level where children were turned into,
Squirrel murderers?
squirrel massacres. A squirrel is still considered a pest by farmers today.
Sure. Jesus. Do you have any idea about that?
I had no idea.
Yeah.
None whatsoever.
The amount of squirrels?
Oh, no, none at all. Can't believe it.
I don't think
I
anybody-
like squirrels.
I do too.
Yeah.
All right,
actually,
aren't
I
they?
heard that people from countries that don't have squirrels get extremely freaked out by them.
Really?
Yeah.
I one time in the Common in Boston, I was just sitting there having lunch, and a squirrel just ran up on my knee and just sat there for like 5 minutes, just like.
That means people feed it.
It means that I made a friend.
And
By the way, in the Common, that makes sense. But it always amazes me that we can look at population control for any other species of anything besides our own. Like the idea that we look at any. I mean, there are, like in Wisconsin where where we live, like it would be deer. Like you'd be like, yeah, you have to keep the deer population down. It's not true.
Yeah.
Like it is true.
You do.
But
or else they get
there
sick.
is also this one species of animal that needs to have its population controlled in the to the nth degree, and we just sit around, we ignore that. We're like, no, but it's like, how? I mean, if you're talking, I'll tell you what, you need to start a campaign for children to kill adults. That's what we need, Dave.
They're very old.
Yes,
They're very old people.
Well,
No.
some excluded.
Definitely,
old.
definitely me.
No.
well, like, I mean, modern agriculture is keeps people alive, but also allows us to keep making people.
Yeah.
And back in the old days, you would have a famine.
Yeah.
And it's same thing with deer. Like there's too many deer, they have a famine, and it culls the population, or they get a sickness. There's like a carrying capacity, and
No, but we allow that to take place in any other part of nature except for our own,
that's right.
and it is, I mean it's what I'd call a problem. Yeah.
And now we create pills to keep everybody alive.
Yeah,
That's right.
that's true. I mean, like there are too many. I mean, there are
There are too many old people.
Well, my grandmother.
Not
my
just
grandmother,
old people. There's
No,
too many new people too. There's just too many fucking
Yes,
people.
Let's kill the new people.
Yeah.
My grandma was
You knew.
Yeah, my grandma was 96, and I went to see her in the hospital, and she's like, "I'm done. I just don't." I was like, "What do you mean?" She goes, "I don't want to live anymore." And I go, "Don't you want to see like me have a grandkid?" And she goes, "I met your wife, and guess what? I've seen a bunch of babies, and I know how it all goes, and that's great. I'm really happy for you." She goes, "But I'm just like I've done this, and I've done it all, and now I'm in pain a lot, and this isn't a fun life. I can't get around."
People. I mean, the level of like, honest to God, at some point we need to bring the Duggars up on a war crime. Like anyone who's having like teen number, like if your family starts with 20, like if that's the amount of kids you have starts with 20, you need to be submarined.
Yeah,
like a squirrel.
It's really it's bad, and those people are doing it for the reason of
yes, biblical.
Yeah, biblical
yes,
stuff.
That's right.
They want to take over.
Oh, the Lord said, cometh in thy wife, until she hath a barren womb. Finish her. More. Stack them. Treat them like pancakes in a belly. Anyway, one on top of the other.
I think the main moral of this is man keeps trying to conquer nature, and it keeps not working.
It's also that story in particular is hilarious because the one side doesn't know there's a war.
That's right.
And they've won.
That's right.
They won. It's not like in the annals of squirrel history, they're like inside a tree like, that was close. They're just like, we're squirrels. We're still squirrels. We've always been squirrels. We eat these. Don't eat those. Those are berries. We're squirrels.
Yeah, we're pretty fucked up.
Yeah. But like we keep saying, this will be okay. We are going to be okay. We don't need to do anything differently. Do what you're doing regularly and it'll be fine.
It's so hard for people to wrap their heads around the fact that modern society is structured around not just like the production of carbon in the atmosphere, but our entire way we are structured. There's soil is dying. Like we don't soil the way we use it. We're killing the soil. Yeah. We're literally not going to be able to feed people in the near future.
Yes.
And it's a big issue. And a lot of that is because what we talked about, just coming in, destroying land, farming it till it's dead, and then moving on. That's why the Amazon is getting knocked down, because you knock down the Amazon, you plant crops, they don't last that long, and you knock down more Amazon.
No, it's not. It's pretty straightforward that precipitation is key. And we are finding every way we can to get fucking rid of it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it'll be good. Anyway, things are fine. Don't worry about it. Yes, we did turn the squirrel story into a climate change talk. Thanks.
We did it.
We did it.
That was very